Hello everybody, it's Kieran and I'm here from my secret central London location to give you a little bit of a tip about how to never run out of things to say. You're with a guy, you're with a girl, you're in a social situation and you have something happen which happens to all of us, which is that you just forget what the hell to say. It's like you feel like there's absolutely nothing that you can possibly say that will add value to the conversation. Well, the first way to never run out of things to say is to realise that you never actually run out of things to say. You haven't run out of stuff to say to this guy, to this girl, to this person. You've run out of things that you think are cool enough to say. So for instance, let's say you're with a girl and she's really hot, she's beautiful, she's sexy, she's witty, she's whatever, and you've got nothing. What it is that in your head, you're placing judgments on everything that you could possibly say. So you don't want to talk about Spider-Man because she's a pretty girl. Pretty girls don't want to hear about Spider-Man. You don't want to talk about stamp collecting, about EastEnders, about whatever the hell it is that you're into. You can't talk about that because she's a pretty girl. And then that judgment that you place on the things that you actually would want to talk about causes you to seize up, freeze up, and then actually have nothing to say. Because you place so much judgment on the natural stuff that is coming into your mind that you have nothing there. That's basically what's going on. So the first step to never run out of things to say is to realize that you actually have 1,000,001,000,001 things that you can say, and to know that they're all good enough. Stop judging yourself so much. You're not some weirdo, you're not a uncool guy, she's not an amazing goddess, the man you're talking to isn't the coolest guy on earth and you're lucky to be in his presence. You have just as much value as them, and what you have to say is worth listening to. When you tell yourself thoughts like that, you will find that you stop running out of things to say, because the natural stuff that you would like to say actually is cool enough. For instance, I will all the time talk to people and say, hey, who's your favorite superhero, Spider-Man or Wolverine? And I'll say that to anybody and I don't care. And you know what, when you say something with that kind of mood, that mentality of I do not care, this is me and this is what I'm into and this is what I want to talk about, people will usually follow suit and dive in and be like, yeah man, I really love Wolverine because he's got the adamantium claws and he heals really fast, he's awesome. That's something. But another tip to never run out of things to say is to realize that things you could talk about are going on everywhere. So like literally look behind me now, right? You can see leaves. You can see the bloody plants. You could talk about the plants. If you can listen, you can probably hear wind going. It's a bloody windy day in London. It's an absolutely windy as all hell day in London. You can talk about that. Like, what are they wearing? The person who you're talking to, what are they wearing? Are they wearing really bright colours? Really bright colours that make you take notes. Like, what music are you hearing? You know? Do they look really muscular? Do they look like they spend time in the gym? Stuff you could talk about there. Look around, right? Look around. You see this central London architecture. See the architecture, the central London architecture. You can talk about that, like the buildings and shit. Like there's a wealth, an absolute wealth of stuff that you could talk about. There is any one of millions and billions and trillions and gazillions of things that you can talk about, but just get out of your own head, and in the moment. There's another thing as well, So what I might do if I'm in the club or the discotheque, so like just feel the music, man, like, you know, dance around and stuff, you know, listening to music, feel it, and then your body gets moving, and then as your body gets moving, you're out of your head. And it's that head, when you're inside your head, when you're inside that brain and like judging yourself, that's where like the freeze up comes from. And it's like, oh no, I do not know what to say, I am not intelligent enough to talk to this person. So yeah, get out your head, realize that what you have to say is good enough, and pay attention to what's going on around you, the sounds. Like I can hear right now, I can hear a plane flying by overhead, Planes, Top Gun. Have they seen the movie Top Gun? Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer. Hold on, what the fuck happened to Val Kilmer? He was really big in the 90s, but now he's just disappeared. Oh, he put on loads of weight, didn't he? Yeah, Val Kilmer put on loads of weight. Then again, there's that show called Super Size versus Super Skinny, which is about morbidly obese people that want to lose weight. Any number of things that you could talk about. Anyway, that is it from me. Goodbye, tata, see you later, au revoir, arrivederci, and ciao for now. And also, you're about to see a trailer for my book, Death of the Ego. If you don't want to see a trailer for my book, Death of the Ego, and potentially buy it and support it, brother, then stop this video right now. If so, or should I say if not, and you do want to see the trailer, it's about to start. See you later. In a chilling act that has sent shockwaves of emotion across the world, international singing sensation Brianna Senti was brutally murdered this morning live in front of millions of viewers on the video sharing website WeStream. The group responsible for this horrendous act were a Christian cult who call themselves the Sons of God and are led by one Robert Anthony Kelly. Kelly and his followers, who believe that mankind has lost its way by becoming wicked and sinful, claim they are on a mission to purge Satan from the public consciousness and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity on our planet. Alarmingly, in the hours since the murder was carried out, many sympathizers have declared allegiance to Kelly's group via various social networking channels, and the Sons of God have since set up a Facebook page, which at the time of reporting has over 400,000 likes. It would certainly seem that Kelly's actions have struck a chord with some, as with every passing hour, more and more people are beginning to speak out in support of the Sons of God. Many of them claim to have finally had their eyes opened by this brutal act, and now an intense debate is beginning to rage across cyberspace concerning the very moral fabric of modern society. Stay tuned to the EBC for continued updates on this breaking news story.